Last time we talked, you were in contact with Suge.
Yeah, well, I had spoken to him once or twice.
Since that time, had you spoken to him?
I haven't spoken to him personally. I spoke to this guy that I guess was the Reggie Wright at the time, Rick. I have spoken with Rick a few times, and of course I still deal with all. Let me see, 3 of his 7 baby mamas, or 6 baby mamas. I've spoken with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is Suge doing?
He had a surgery on his eyes.
So
he had a surgery.
So you can see again.
Yeah. His daughter, recently, Arian Knight, she visited him in prison, and she put on her social media some pictures.
Oh, really?
Of him, and he looked good on her Instagram
page. What's her name?
Well, she gonna get mad at me saying it, but his daughter Arian. But so if y'all can check her social media out, she has some nice pictures that I thought of him and her together. He's in prison in San Diego, and I don't know if she's since taken them down, but I know after her visit,
Here we go.
She look good.
Yeah, she does look pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks like he's dyeing his beard. He's actually,
Look good, yeah.
How do you get hair dye, beard dye in prison? Well, hey, I guess when you Suge Knight.
I'll tell you in about 3 years.
Yeah, this was actually taken April 21st.
Yeah.
There's a picture of them two together.
Yeah.
He looks healthier.
He looks good, don't he? Picked up his weight back, and that's all I said. Suge was just, everybody wanted to make him out to be weak and this and that. He was just
playing the game.
No, he wasn't playing the game. He was self-medicated. That nigga was sick then.
Okay.
And y'all added a lot of that stuff to it, with the blind stick and the blind man stick, the social media. Y'all motherfucker. But he getting his shots right. I'm sure he's getting his body taken care of right to fight the diabetes that he has.
Well, I mean, people think I have some sort of thing against Suge or whatever else.
But it's cool.
But at the end of the day, man, like, I have so much respect for what Suge helped put together.
Yeah.
Some of the finest music ever created.
I agree.
Timeless
Still,
music.
you can listen to a Pac album now.
Pac album, Snoop album, Dre album,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, still.
The Chronic was under his watch.
Wish we
Doggy
could get a
Style
tour
was under
together,
his watch.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice? Man, I don't know why we can't. It'd be unfortunate, but we got the holograms now. We can put Nate Dogg and Tupac.
And to me, it's not that I dislike Suge or anything of that sort. It's like, there was so much potential there. And even after Death Row folded, people wanted to work with Suge. He's such an interesting figure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A guy you interview a lot and defends him, Nick Cannon.
If Suge was just that cool dude with the Death Row stories, he could have gotten reality shows. He could have gotten various deals.
He came with me. He wanted me to produce some stuff.
Okay, how did that go?
Suge is my man. I was to me, what I told Suge.
But you didn't do the deal.
No. What I told Suge, and this was kind of right before all of the drama happened, because we was talking. We talk all the time. I told him, and this is what I tell a lot of my guys, write it down. This is what I told Freeway the same thing. I was like, you have the greatest stories. You've never been able to tell your side of the story. Mm-hmm. Forget the reality show. They just gonna mistreat you and produce you the right way. I know Straight Outta Compton is out, but no one knows Suge's story from Suge's point of view. And I told him that. I even talked to him while he was inside. I told him the same thing. I was like, yo, you in there writing?
By the time this comes out, the documentary on Showtime that Antoine Fuqua did on Suge is out.
Right.
I can't wait to see it.
Me either. But that's what I'm saying. But I told the value in the written word, as we all know, but from his point of view, some of the stuff, first of all, Suge is one of the greatest storytellers in the world. I don't know if you ever get a chance to just talk to him, however, over the phone or whatever. When he tells stories, he would be telling me stories about the Eazy-E days, before they had beef, when that was his partner. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All of it, his stories are just playing football, his stories of just this kid from Compton who just wanted to be the best, wanted to do security, and then ended up running a hip hop empire. It's a tremendous story that we haven't been told. And then he's the greatest villain in hip hop ever.
And I know that's your boy, and he speak highly of it. And I know they've been communicating.
They've been communicating. And the thing to me is that Suge had so much potential, and there's so much stuff that he could do.
Yeah.
And he just didn't utilize that potential, and he tried to to stick to that same tough guy persona, and he could have been a multimillionaire.
When that's all you know, that's all you know.
Yeah.
And that's where he messed up at. And I'm going to pat myself on the back now because I'm cocky now. But David Kenner, I'm going to be honest, and that's who I give credit to Suge for teaching me the game and all of that. But Suge was good too, as far as dealing with marketing and stuff like that. But David Kenner, man, David Kenner took care of that company and took care of him and gave us a lot of good advice. And even when I was told not to talk to him and communicate with him about business stuff, only thing, just let him concentrate on getting me out of prison and stuff like that, I would still make calls to David and like, how would you deal with this situation, David? Suge is telling me to do this. How would you deal with Jimmy and Brian Turner with this?
Yeah.
And would always be right on to the advice he gave me.
Well, listen, man.
And he stopped listening to David, and then eventually me, who was still piggybacking off of David.
Well, listen, I hope Suge does his time, gets out, and learns from his past mistakes, and potentially could have a good run, in his final years.
70 years old?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I just interviewed Bill.
I'd like to see him do some movies and do some stuff afterwards.
I just interviewed...
Because he's clear of name. That nigga don't... His bills is better than mine now. He has no bills.
No bills.
And what Tina Turner say? Still got my name.
Right. And listen, I interviewed Bill Duke, who's in his 70s, who's still doing movies, still producing movies. You could still do a lot of very cool stuff in your 70s. And
my dad's 72, so.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I hope that he does his time. I hope he learns from his time. I hope he stays healthy. It looks like he is healthy based on that picture that you showed me. Yeah. And, shout out to him and his family. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that because they be on you about it.
That's okay.
I look at the comment section.
That's
they be
okay.
like, you hate Suge. And I'll be like,
not
I don't
in the
think
least.
he hated.
Well, I never wanted to associate myself with him based on his reputation. But there's also lots of other people I don't associate with based on their reputation. Yeah. That doesn't mean that he might not have a good relationship with someone else. And one thing that Suge said that I found very interesting, there was a jailhouse interview that he did with somebody.
Broomfield.
Possibly.
Nick Broomfield.
And he said, I don't worry about my enemies. I worry about my friends.
No, that was JMX. He was throwing a diss at me because JMX was kept dagging and all of that. And he was telling me, hey, this is the guy that hates Reggie and all of that.
Well, no. I mean, he was talking about you got to worry about your friends because his friends was the one that took him to that movie set. And,
No, listen to it again. He was talking about me because the guy asked him about, they called me pork butt is what the guy on the thing said, because I told you earlier he has a nickname or a moniker for everyone. Okay. And that was the one that he called me when he was dissing me. And that guy said, oh, this guy right here don't like this particular guy talking about me. And that's when he made that. He would never speak on me publicly negatively. Yeah. Never. But he threw that little scenario in and talking about it. But that was J Mix.
Well, listen, Reggie Wright Jr., thank you for so much, for coming through.
Gangster Chronicles. And you coming on, Vlad, you owe me. Me and Mob James, let me know when you're available, man. We do it every Wednesday.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Okay. Appreciate
Peace.
that.